Good morning, everybody. This is Ms. Tasneem from Salam Evangelical School, and today we're going to discuss Unit 5, Grade 6, Term 1. As usual, we start with the conversation time, and this is our first lesson for today, the conversation. Now let's read it. Hi, Mr. Sami. Hello, Kamal. Have a seat. Have a seat here is imperative, and in the imperative, we start with the clean verb. Picture 2. Thanks. Oh, it's cloud today. That's right, it's 23 degrees. Wow, do you think it's going to rain? It's going to rain here is future simple was going to. Maybe it's getting cloudy. So, how's your family, Kamal? They are fine, but my sister has the flu. The flu here is a disease, and disease is preceded by verb to have. Picture number 5, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not serious. Serious here means dangerous. She's doing better today. Good. Picture 6, look, it's starting to rain. I'd better to go home. Take care, Kamal. Bye, Mr. Sami. Now let's move to the practice time. So this is the language notes, the imperative, and we said that the imperative starts with clean verb if it's positive. How is your family? We asked about the family as a whole, so we deal with the word family like singular. So we said how is, but when I answered like members, so they are plural. So I said they are fine. And have noted that in the present continuous, we start with a subject. After that, am and even are, verb gerund. And in the future simple, we proceeded going to by verb to be, and after that, clean verb. Now let's answer some questions. Number 1, I'd better go home, so take care. Number 2, it's getting cloudy, it's going to rain. Number 3, it's cold today, it's 23 degrees. Number 4, hello Kamal, have a seat, because this is imperative. Number 5, they are fine, but my sister has. Sister is singular, so it's gonna deal with the verb has. Now let's rearrange this. Number 1, we have go home, I'd, and better. So the answer will be I'd better go home. Number 2, she's better doing today. So it's going to be she's doing better today. And number 3, it's to starting rain. It will be it's starting to rain. Number 4, has the sister flu. So it will be my sister has a flu. And the last one, we have you, it's, do, going to, think, and rain. So it will be, do you think it's going to rain? Now let's move to lesson number 2, which is the word time or the vocabulary. So number 1, we have feed the birds, and the past symbol from feed is fed. Number 2, read a newspaper. The past symbol of read is read. Number 3, take medicine, and the past symbol from take is talk. Number 4, meet a friend, and the past symbol is met. Visit a museum, and the past symbol will be visited. Number 6, take the underground, and the past symbol would be talk. Number 7, give a speech, and the past symbol is gave. Number 8, take a math test, so the past symbol would be talk. And number 9, bake bread, and the past symbol will be baked. And number 10, get a haircut, and the past symbol will be got. Now let's move to the function. So you have to remember in the past simple, whenever you formulate a question, you have to use do for the plural and does for the singular. And today we're going to learn how to ask about how many times you did an action. So number 1 will be, how often do you get a haircut? The answer will be, I get a haircut twice a month. Number 2, how often does she take medicine? And the answer will be, she takes medicine 3 times a day. Number 4, how often does he feed the birds? The answer will be, he feeds the birds once a day. And number 4, the last one, how often does he meet his friend? He meets his friend twice a week. So, if you want to ask about how many times you do an action, you have to ask using the word how often. Okay, and we answer this question, which started with how often, using the adverbs of frequency, which are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. Or you can use these words, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and so on. But don't forget that you have to follow once and twice and 3 times by the article a. So it will be once a day, twice a week, 3 times a month, 4 times a year, and so on. Now let's practice and answer some question. Number 1, I something the birds twice a day, so it's gonna be I feed the birds. Number 2, he something a haircut once a month, he is singular, so we're gonna followed by verb plus s, so it'll be he gets. Okay, number 3, we something a friend 4 times a year, so it will be we meet a friend. And number 4, he gives a something once a year, he gives a speech. And number 5, you take the underground. Number 6 will be they visit a museum. Number 7, how often, does, because we have the subject pronoun he, so it will be does. Number 8, how often, something Ali, get a haircut. Ali here is also singular, so we will use does. And number 9, there are 7 days in a week. And the last one, there are 12 years in a year. معلش أنا عندي غلطة تانية. طب معلش هقولها تاني، خلاص أنا ظبطتها. Okay. And number 10, the last one, there are 12 months in a year. Okay, so now let's rearrange these words. Bakes she twice bread a month. It will be she bakes bread twice a month. Number 2, you speech a did give. It will be did you give a speech? Okay, number 3 and the last one we have get, do, you, a, often, how, and haircut. So it will be how often do you get a haircut? Now let's replace the odd one with another one. We have cafe, museum, bakery, and paper. So we will replace the word paper using any place, maybe a bank. Number 2, we have 1 4 times, twice, 3 times. So we're gonna add 1 and replace it with once. Number 3, day, week, month, and year. So we're gonna add the word year and replace it with year. Number 5, how, does, what, and when. We're gonna replace does with any question word like who or which. Number 6, day, week, month, and year. So we're gonna replace the adjective week, which is the opposite of strong, with week, which is the 7 days. Number 7, we have fed, read, take, and made. So we're gonna replace fed with any present verb like feed. Here is the last lesson for today, which is reading time. And here is 2 emails with 2 friends. Number 1, dear Sarah, I'm 13 years old and I have a big problem. My little brother is a pest. Pest here means someone who annoys me. He follows me all the time and always bothers. Bothers means make something that makes me angry. He bothers me and my friends. He goes into my room and takes my things without asking. My mom tells me to be patient. Patient means to wait. Because I'm older, it's not fair. What can I do? Going crazy. Now let's read email number 2. Dear Crazy, your little brother loves you very much and wants your attention. Attention means to have a look with him, to spend time with him, okay? Spend time with him, tell him can use your things, but he has to ask first. Help him find some friends, and don't forget he will grow up. Grow up means to get older. Now let's practice. Here are the language functions. The imperative, and we said that in the imperative, the positive form, we start with clean verb, like help him, tell him. And the negative form start with don't plus the clean verb, like don't forget and don't play. Now let's answer some questions. Number 1, my little brother is a pest. Number 2, he follows me all the time. Number 3, he always bothers me. We need an object pronoun, so it will be me. Number 4, he goes into my room. And number 5, this is imperative, so you should start with clean verb like tell him he can use your things. Number 6, he will grow up. The last one, don't forget, because this is imperative in the negative form. And we finished. Thank you for watching this video.